Hey everyone, just doing a little bit of a different one today. Just going on a bit of a bushwalk slash camping trip. Just somewhere local to me in my neck of the woods, up near Somersby on the Central Coast. So yeah, stick with me. I'm just it's going to be a nice easy one today. I'm just looking to take it easy and have a nice relaxing night away. Check out those, you probably can't see them, but those big spear trees. Huge flowers on them, eh? Don't know if you can see that big red thing over there. Alright, this should be a good trip. Some nice spring flowers coming out. It's good to see. The other thing that comes out in spring is the old danger noodles, and hope I don't come across any of those today, but it's always a risk. Just gotta keep it cool. Nice flower there. It's a nice little walk, this section here, a lot of banksia, some gum. I've not actually walked this particular stretch before. I've been in this area, but I just haven't gone all the way up to the general store. So this is sort of new to me as well. Yeah, it's a nice day, despite the clouds. A little humid, but it's good. Very nice. Let's check out the flowers on these guys. Huge. Blooming really well. Heading down that way, there was a small, I've seen a couple of fire trails heading off the track, the main walk. There's another one there. I think they're also heading down towards Mooney Mooney Creek, or just general, you know, whatever fire trails do, just give access to trucks to get in and do their burns. Yeah, it's really cool to see all this stuff. Haven't been out bush for a while now. Good to get back out here, especially out locally. I haven't come up this way in many years. Check this out. Nice little stream. Robinson Stream, I think, or Robinson Creek. That way. Beautiful spot. A lot of mosquitoes. Guess you needed a spot to refill your water. As good as any. Prairie Valley, there's a nice climb out of it, and didn't want to film most of the way up. Life pro tip: don't get plastered the night before you come out for a walk, and don't start your walk with a McChicken meal. Probably didn't help. Also, be in better shape to begin with. It wasn't that hard, to be honest, but I'm really not in the right shape or condition to be doing that easily. And I didn't bring my poles, which are actually really good for coming up and down hills. But we're back on flat ground now. It's a really nice walk. Really lovely. Here we have power transmission lines as seen in their natural habitat. A beautiful sight to behold. Honestly, can't believe that you can get out here and still find such a rarity as these. I wonder if Bill Gates put any 5G in them, and you know, solar activated chips that give you coronavirus. Who knows? Honestly though, these are the most boring parts of these bushwalks, walking along very established tracks. It's a means to an end. I think we've got Somersby Estate over here to the left. Or a quarry. There's a whole bunch of quarries around here for cement or sandstone, who knows. So yeah, it's a bit of an industrial area up this way, industrial slash rural. So any water sources you would treat obviously before you drink. I didn't bring any tablets today, I'll just be boiling. So hopefully there's no arsenic or lead or anything like that in the water. I'm willing to roll that dice, I've drunk worse before. Yeah. So yeah, I live on the Central Coast in New South Wales, just a bit north of Sydney. And yeah, I pretty much haven't left the coast in the last 6 months. Not for work, not for anything, just kind of sitting up in my home, not going more than a few k's. Like that way? No, I think I go this way. Private property keep out, quarry. So yeah, quarry is over there. I'd love to have a look, but yeah, I think I'll stick to the rules. There's always Google Earth to do that, or Microsoft Flight Simulator if you're so inclined. It's a pretty cool game. I've been playing that for a bit. Got my dad interested and put a computer together for him. It's pretty fun. Admittedly hasn't done Australia very much justice. If it's automatically generated buildings, Sydney looks pretty shit. There's a few mods coming out, like I put a mod for City Point Tower and Harbour Bridge in the other day, and yeah, they come out alright. And people are working on paid modifications too, so there's always improvement coming. But yeah, I've done what everyone else has done, try to fly over to find their house. They got the shape right of my house, but they got everything else around the area completely wrong, and despite living on a major highway, I apparently live on a dirt track. But it is all good. Anyway, let's keep walking down here, or I'll switch the camera off and enjoy it. Okay, been walking for about an hour, came across this little reservoir. Interesting, it's not fenced off. But yeah, sounds like they're refilling at the moment. You hear the pumps going and the water going. There's that water source I saw earlier. Oh, lucky I didn't think about drinking out of that. If you're desperate, I guess, but yeah, it's pretty decent sized little reservoir. I think I got to head straight across. Yeah, interesting. Interesting. Alright, let's keep going. Just film as I'm walking through here. Confined space. Get down to the pressure lines. Man, look at that. No fences. Would be that hard for a couple of kids to get up onto that platform and walk up there. It's kind of good in a way that not everything in the world is fenced off. Kind of sick of everything just being locked away. No fun anymore, but don't go climbing a reservoir. It's not like those roofs are necessarily, you know, built to withstand someone standing on it. And if you fall in, you can kiss your ass goodbye. Eventually. It might take you an hour or two to drown, but no one's gonna know you're in there. Anyway, pretty cool little find on the way. Yeah. Just hope I'm going the right way. Alright, just came past the quarry, so I'm about 10 or 15 minutes from the reservoir from last filming. And here's a little campsite. I've actually stayed here once before. I had a strong hammock up between those trees. It's actually kind of a scary night. I remember hearing a lot of noises. But yeah, I think I might just stay here tonight. It's a lot tidier than I remember. Definitely a small campsite. Hopefully no one else comes to stay here. I did just pass another couple of walkers who I think they're staying further south, which is good. And they'll probably come back at some point. Yeah, I might just stay here tonight. It's very flat, plenty of room for a tent without any issues. Yeah, I think this will do nicely. Alright, I'm going to get a chair out at least if I don't sit up. Let's have a look over here. I thought there was like a snake skin for a second, just a bit of rubbish. Yeah, not too shabby. I'm not a big fan of campsites right on the track like that. Like, it's just, anyone comes walking past, they're going to walk right past me. I hate that. Wish I could get off a little bit, but I didn't really see anywhere else along the way that was going to be suitable. Could have headed down some of those fire trails and looked for something, but you know what, couldn't be bothered. I'm just going to stay here tonight. It's nice enough. Oh, yeah, a few shitty branches. I'll have to, probably a good spot there. Alright. Alright, got my chair out. Mate, I am so glad I brought this today. Oh, this beats sitting on a log any day of the week. Tell you what, I really can't wait to get a beer out. I'm not sure if I'll do it right now. I might put my tent up first as another YouTuber. I was going to say another great YouTuber. That would imply that I am, but I'm not. I'm just a dude who gets drunken and brews. But anyway, back to the topic. Steve Wallace is a channel I subscribe to on YouTube. If you like camping videos and a bit of Canadian craziness, he's the one to watch. I love his stealth camp ones. He hasn't done them a lot lately, but yeah, he's always got something funny going on. I think he put one up the other day about taking his boat out on the river again, his home-built boat. Yeah, he's funny to watch. Back to the point again. When he goes camping, his trademark is step 1, set the shit up, and step 2, crack a beer. So I'll be doing a bit of that at some point today. So yeah, check out that channel if you like camping videos and just funny stuff. I just find him very entertaining to watch. He just seems to be a very wholesome, funny guy. Yeah, I'm just going to sit here and relax for a minute. Actually, before I get a beer out, I do have some cold tea. I might have a bit of that now, and yeah, enjoy the wind for a little bit. Okay, we're set up now. Only took about, I don't know, 10 minutes, and I was taking my time to set up. It's a good tent, really. I've only used it a couple of times. Did me well in New Zealand. It's actually a Chinese knockoff. It's basically built around an MSR or something like that, which, I don't really have $700 or $800 to spend on a tent. This one cost me about 150, and it surprised me, the build quality. I was honestly expecting it to be like, it'll do me my trip in New Zealand, and it's probably going to fall apart. It's actually a bloody good tent. Like, the quality is good, all the stitches are actually really good. The material itself, perfect. I mean, the only shitty thing is the logo. But yeah, it's a very good tent, very spacious inside. If you look in there, so this is it's a 2-person tent, which basically means 1 person really. For me, I mean, you can't sleep 2 people in there if you're really close to someone, but I prefer to have it as a 1-man tent and have a bit of room for all my stuff. So the vestibule itself is actually pretty decently sized as well, especially if you just sort of open the door up and just sit inside and have your feet out. It's really easy to cook and do whatever you need to do. But especially if there's 1 person, there's so much room. You can keep all your stuff in the tent, no worries at all. Very comfortable. It's a good night's sleep. Very sturdy. Didn't bother staking half the guy lines out because I don't really need to. It's a very sheltered spot here. As usual, the last one, there's always a rock right where the last one's got to go. So I struggled to get that in. But it's all good. No issues at all. I think it's nearly time to crack a step 2 to coin that, not to coin the phrase, to steal the phrase from a much more charming and lovely YouTuber. So yeah, I'll probably do that soon-ish while it's still cold and nice and shaken up from the walk. Can't wait to open that bottle and have beer go everywhere. It's going to be great. But yeah, I'll sit down for a bit and just relax. Those other people walk past again, so with any luck I won't see anyone else for the rest of the weekend until I get home. Yeah, time to sit down. Let's get out over here. Get this crap out of the way. Alright, so just something. I mean, you probably noticed if you watch a few of my videos, I don't really put myself on camera. I mean, I could. I mean, I'm not like I'm scared of being on camera or anything like that. I'd just rather not. The content of my videos is what's important, not me as a person. I'm just some person filming it, and talking about shit. So, look, I'd just rather not be on YouTube. I mean, there is videos where you can see me in the background if I'm putting the camera down and doing something with the brew kit. So it's not like I'm, some sort of major privacy freak, but I'd just rather not be on camera if that's cool. Not going to put my ugly mug on there if I can avoid it. Just enjoy the surroundings, enjoy the shit I'm doing with my homebrew. And that's kind of what I'm doing, if anything at all, really. Yeah, it's pretty. I do remember this campsite getting very dark last time I was here, and I think I might have been here in winter, so that would make sense. But yeah, I'm not expecting it to be a very moonlit night. It's pretty overcast as it is, and with all the trees around, it's going to be pretty dark in this spot here, I think. So I'm not expecting much. Now, I'm not a really big fan of putting a lot of lights on when I'm camping. I watch a lot of YouTube videos and people have just got these lights blaring, like especially when you watch stealth camping videos, and a lot of these guys, they just have their fucking torches on. I'm like, how is this stealth camping when you're advertising your location to anyone within 400 meters of you? If you're going to do it, just use that little red light on your torch if you've got it. I mean, personally, I just prefer not to advertise my position. It's not that I'm scared or anything like that. I'd just rather not sort of signal that I'm here if I can avoid it. If anyone walks past, they're going to see me, but I'm not going to use lights, which, to be fair, unless someone's walking past, they're not going to see anyway out here. I could probably have a rave and no one would know. The quarry's about 5 minutes walk that way, and even if someone was working on Saturday night in the quarry, at the back end of the quarry, they probably wouldn't see me. But I'm out here for the nature, to enjoy the quiet, not to bring humanity with me, so that's all there is to that. Anyway, enjoy. I will finish this tea off, which is quite nice. Just a nice cold brew tea of some sort. Blue Mountains, I think, was the variety. My wife gave it to me for my birthday. It's very nice. Yeah. Speak soon. Alright, time for a step 2 eventually. I just went and had a nap actually. I didn't sleep very well last night and I just kind of fell asleep in the tent. So I slept for about an hour or so that was nice. It's good to be able to do that in the afternoon. Anyway, I thought probably time to crack this beer before it gets too warm. It's been sitting in there with my sausages, which were frozen. I put them in like a cooler bag, but these things don't really work too well. Doesn't feel too bad though, it feels pretty cool. I'll be drinking it out of my pot because that's the only cup I have with me today. I don't actually know what this one is. The problem with these PET bottles is I hardly ever label them. I just remember where they are on the shelf, and I moved a whole bunch of batches around and I've got no idea what this one is. So it's either a lager, a Mexican cerveza, or potentially a dark ale. I don't know. It doesn't look like a dark ale. Most likely a lager. Oh boy. That's what we knew was going to happen. Ah, shit. Yep. So when you walk around with Homebrew, it has a tendency to get all bubbled up. Look at that go. It's definitely not slowing down there. Alright, let's see what we can do here. See if we can get some of this into my cup. Jesus. Alright, check that out. Alright, well, your dog, I heard you like beer with head. So here's some head with your beer with head. Alright. Fuck. Spilling everything here. Let's give whatever this is a test. Not much left now, given 90% of it turned into foam. It'll smell like beer for the rest of the day. Awesome. It's a lager. One of my old lagers. Look, it's a nice temperature, to be honest. Look, it wasn't for the fact that it boiled and bubbled everywhere. It go down pretty damn nicely right now. Look, homebrew and camping. If you're going to be walking in, probably just bring some cans. It's probably a lot easier. You can, if you got a creek around, you can chuck them in the creek to keep them cold. Homebrew, you kind of have to keep it upright, and clearly if you shake it around a lot, it's gonna do this. So look, it's still drinkable. I just lost half of it to bubbles. Certainly hitting the spot right now though. So yeah, just if you like camping, if you like homebrew, two good things. Don't know if I'd mix the two again personally. I'd probably just bring my own beer. Bring beer that I bought next time. But hey, it's good to drink your own. Well, so much for Leave No Trace. I'll kick some dirt over it, it'll be right. I actually went for a walk to the nearest water source a few minutes, like about an hour ago. It's only a 5-minute walk away, just down the hill down that direction. It's not the best. If I was desperate, I could fill up there. Depending on if I bother to cook my noodles, I might have to, just because I'll run out of water. I actually saw a little brown snake on the way. Don't know if it was an actual brown snake, as in name brown snake, but it was brown coloured. Wasn't very big. He was probably only maybe 30 centimeters long, so it's a baby. But it's just a good reminder that there are snakes out here, and the people I passed earlier said they saw a black snake up that way, which apparently I must have walked past it. I didn't see it. So yeah, snakes are about. It is that time of year when they start to wake up. So with any luck, we won't have any issues. When I was in the tent having a nap, I swear I heard someone's voice. I woke up. The wind does that to me. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened last time I camped here a couple of years ago. I had my hammock over there, and I could hear voices in the night. I was like, fucking hell, what is this shit? It's just the wind, man. It plays buggers with your mind. I mean, I might not be too far away from private property, I don't know. I'm pretty sure actually I'm not too far from some things anyway, quarry or farms or estates. Whether I'm close enough to actually be in earshot of people talking is doubtable. Even now, every now and then you just hear something, it's like, is that a voice? I don't have a lot of warning where I am if someone's coming. Like I'll see them about 30 seconds before they actually turn the corner here. This direction's even worse. Unless they're talking heaps, I'm probably not going to notice until they're right on me. So it's the good and the bad thing about solo camping. I mean, look, it's safe. It's perfectly safe. We don't live in a dangerous part of the world. Definitely can hear a dog. I can definitely hear a dog. Shouldn't be dogs in a national park, but I can hear one. It could be private property. Dogs, their sound carries a long way. Oh yeah, that's good. It's good shit. It's good to be out. I would be in New Zealand right now had it not been for coronavirus. Supposed to leave last week and was coming home on Monday, this coming Monday. So yeah, had the week off work, just kind of been around the house, didn't really get anything done, kind of just took leave in the sense that I didn't even do anything around the house. I sat around, I played video games, did some brewing. I dry hopped that dark ale the other day, so I chucked in some Cascade into that one. One thing I'll notice, the fermentation is a lot slower than some of those Cooper's kits. It's still bubbling even this morning. That's why I was unsure about dry hopping it. Normally I do it at day 5, but day 5 came around, it was still bubbling. I thought, well, okay, give it another few days. Day 7, still bubbling, but I figured I'll chuck it in anyway. I don't know if it's going to be bad or good doing that, but I chucked it in. But yeah, still got a good Krausen head right now. And this is day 7, 8, 9, 10, day 9 or 10, something like that. So yeah, I don't know if it's the yeast, it's just a slower action. Hopefully produces a good beer. It smells beautiful. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, I'll go pick up some stuff, and I'll do something with another Woolies homebrew and batch at some point soon. Like I said, I've got some yeast. I've got some lager yeast actually, so I'm going to use that. And I'll use some of the hops I've got. Might try some Chinook. I don't know what's good with a lager. Give something a try. And probably dry hop with Cascade again, because that's always a good one to dry hop with. Yeah, not much else going on this end of the world. Take care. I'll cook dinner, well, not soon, it's only like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll cook dinner at some point, soon in your point of view. And yeah, chill out for a little bit I think, maybe go have another nap. It's alright now, no bubbles. That's pretty good, that's aged well. Just cooking up some dinner, got some sausages, some broccolini, chucked some onion in too. I was really happy. Hadn't seen any bull ants. I fucking hate bull ants. And I was just changing the batteries in the GoPro, chucked it down, I go to pick it up again, there's a fucking bull ant on the GoPro stand. I can't stand little bastards. Honestly, they scare me more than snakes. Anyway, this should be a nice dinner. Gonna do steak tonight, but sausages are easier, and I like them. So yeah, it should be a nice meal. Alright, it's getting a little darker now. It's pretty early still, but I might turn in myself pretty soon. It's good to get a nice full night's sleep, and I never sleep better than when I'm out camping, especially if the weather's good. And I really haven't seen many people today at all. I saw that couple, they came back again. I saw a group of older people who were lost, looking for some estate somewhere, and which I think is just up that way, over there. And yeah, just a couple of young girls, but that's about it really. Like, it's been really quiet, and I like that. Now it's 5:30, so it's unlikely that anyone's going to turn up at this point, which is great, because it's not a huge campsite, and if they did, they'd probably set up over there, which is right next to me. So quiet is good. Just had my dinner, sausages, broccolini, onion, burnt the vegetables, but that's fine, it was all good. Managed to drop the sausages on the ground, fantastic, 2 of the 3, so I had a very sandy dinner. The sandy here is insane, like it just, oh, it gets in your mouth, man. But not to worry, it was actually a pretty good dinner. And time for dessert. Now this is a bit of a weird one. Found this in my boxes. Astronaut food ice cream sandwich. My brother gave me a few of these after he came back from America a couple of years ago. Now I totally forgot about them, but I just found one in a box, so what better time than now than to test these things out, see if they're any good. Alright. I don't know what to expect. It's wrapped up. Okay. Let's see. Man, it looks like an ice cream sandwich, doesn't it? It's very light. Alright, so you got a few broken bits of... Tastes alright. What's the best before date? Technically it expired a few months ago, but I haven't even covered for it in years, so I'm pretty sure a few months isn't going to hurt me. I'm going to give this a try. I mean, it tastes like an ice cream sandwich, as weird as that sounds. But there's something about the taste, the texture, the temperature that messes up in your brain, and like, it tastes like an ice cream sandwich, but doesn't feel like one. It's not cold. It's very unusual. It's a very weird sensation, actually. It's actually not terrible. How light is this? So it's 28 grams. I don't know. Assuming you had access to these things, probably better off just, you know, making your own dessert somehow. It's not terrible. Well, I'll finish this off and let you guys go. Probably go hit the sack pretty soon. Got the good old night insects coming out if you can hear them. I haven't seen any more bull ants, which is great because I cannot stand the bloody things. Hopefully all my cooking didn't attract a whole bunch. Although some small black ants are around, but don't care about them too much. Bull ants, my god. If you've ever been bitten by one of those, I tell you, I've never felt worse pain in my life. Can't stand them. And they just come out of nowhere. Hopefully we won't see another one. And hopefully no snakes. That'll be good too, tomorrow. I'll probably check in the morning whilst I'm setting up and walking home. So yeah, see you tomorrow morning. I didn't get to film in the morning, unfortunately. I got rained out when I went camping. It wasn't heavy rain, but it was enough just to sort of make everything wet. And I just wasn't really in the mood for filming, to be honest, in the morning. So I just packed up about 4 AM and walked out. Got home, cleaned up and put everything away. It's a few days later now. And I just thought I'd better add something to the end of the video rather than just sort of cut it off there. I've got the dark ale here, which has been about 15 days in the fermenter now, and it's only now just starting to, the Krausen's started to drop about, 2 days ago. Oh, it smells amazing. It smells great. I seriously can't wait to drink this beer. So I'll probably bottle this guy up on the weekend, and that is it. Thanks for watching the video anyway. It was good to get out into the wild. Not really wild, but get out of the house anyway and do a bit of camping, and I hope you get a chance to do whatever you like sometime soon. Cheers.